Fans, we're back. As you can see by the fact that that nose panel's on, we're finished with that particular part of the reinstall the auxiliary fan, or what some people refer to as the condenser fan in the 1992 300 GH twin turbo that affectionately nicknamed Little Red. What we had to do was remove the transmission cooler that we placed exactly where the auxiliary fan went, and then we deleted out the auxiliary fan because we were told by people that we trust, who are gurus of twin turbo Z's, that I don't need it, and they live in Arizona and they use it to drive their cars in the heat and they've never overheated. Well, I had 2 overheating episodes, and the temps weren't more than maybe 55 degrees outside, 50. With it deleted, and never had an overheating event in the car with that fan, even after the deer incident. So anyway, what we're going to do now is we're going to walk around the car. We're going to show you what we're doing. You're probably going to go, please don't do that, please don't do that, but that's what we're doing. So we get down lower, you're going to start seeing some fins, and what you're seeing is we're mounting the transmission cooler temporarily. I mean, it's not where we're going to leave it permanently, but I think if it had we were able to fashion a cage around it, a screen, and secure it on both sides, there's no reason it couldn't stay there. It doesn't. The Z's not that low to the ground. It's that I don't know, like a 1/2 of an inch lower than the frame piece right here. But what we did was we found a couple of mounts. You see this mount? I'm not sure where that came from, but we keep all of the parts we take off of this car. When we do upgrades, we keep everything, and that turns out to be smart because we end up reusing things that were intended for something else. But you see, it's a little kludgy, but what it is, it's a bent bracket. I think it was a radiator bracket or intercooler bracket. And what we've done is we've used some zip ties, and it's secure. We tapped some holes and put metal screws into the bottom of the interior pan. And what we're going to do, just try to pan up here a little bit more. What we're going to do, you see these are the hoses. We're going to connect them right on there. This one we're going to have to cut quite a bit off, and that's okay. We have plenty. If we wanted to mount it where it would be kind of flush, because we don't want a lot of hose hanging down. If you look back that direction, you see we've got it zip tied. And what we're going to do is we're going to get into this. This is a guard shield for the for brake lines that are coming through there. We're going to get through those little openings there, those vent openings, and get some zip ties and get this bundle, which is the return and the feed line to the transmission cooler. We're going to get it zip tied up. It'll be up and nice and out of the way, and we're going to connect it to the trans cooler, and we're going to start the car, and we're going to go take it for a test drive, because I think that we have what we want. Thought this project might have taken a couple of days, and it would have had we taken the front fascia off, but early this morning, about 4:30 when we started the project, decided let's just see if we can get that auxiliary fan back in without taking off the front fascia, just with the nose panel off. And lo and behold, we were able to. It was a little tight in a couple of operations. We had to remove a lot of different things, but we didn't have to remove the oil cooler, didn't have to remove the intercooler pipes, and got it back in. It's all in snug, and everything's reconnected up there, including the auxiliary fan. Of course, that was the first thing we plugged in when we started plugging things back in. So we'll check back in here in a little bit. We're going to do some work, see if we can get those hoses zip tied up and out of the way, where they'll be not be swinging around, and get them nice and neat, and then reconnect it to the oil cooler, and we'll do another clip and show you how it turned out.